Hello, everyone. It's great that you're here. I hope you're doing well and that you'll find something interesting for yourself today. It will be short specifically, but on a topic that often confuses even very organized people, so I won't extend it. But before we start, if you like what I do, click like button. It helps a lot and distinguishes me from the YouTube algorithm. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done it yet to stay up to date. And under the video you will find a special support icon. One click, and for me it makes a huge difference. So let's start by thinking about what could have gone wrong in this task. For example, you could have performed the operations in this way. That in the wrong order. Let's say you would do division here. You would do 12 halves, it's 6. Then you would subtract 6 from 3, which would result in 3 minus 6, which would be minus 3. Then you would multiply minus 3 with brackets, which would result in 5 multiplied by minus 3, which would be minus 15. I'm warning you right away that this is not the correct result. And this is because we didn't perform the operations in the right order. Many of you have probably already watched my other videos. You remember that there is such a thing as the order of performing operations. But for those who have come here for the first time, I will remind you of this order of operations. So first of all, the operations in brackets are performed. This will be our first. The first action to do, then there is exponentiation. An exponentiation. Here we do not have exponentiation. For example, like this 2 to the second power. There are no such little numbers here that denote the exponent of the power. So we skip this in the order, next on a par with exponent. Then there are roots. The roots look like this, for example, the square root of 2. But as you can see, there is also no root symbol here in our task. So we skip this 2. Note, next is multiplication and division. And in our operation, there are 2 such places where there will be multiplication and division. Here, so we will do this in the second order, and here. And we will also do this in the second order. At the end, after division and multiplication, there is addition and subtraction. Here, pay attention that we have addition in brackets, which in theory is at the very end of the operations. But this specific addition that we have here is in brackets. So we do it first. There is also a subtraction here in our operation, but without brackets. And this is the last thing we will do in this task. At this point you can take a break, calculate it somewhere on a piece of paper, write it down. I wonder if you will get the correct result. But here in the video, let's start solving it. I suggest, as I wrote, start with brackets. So 2 plus 3 is 5. We rewrite this multiplication. Minus 12 under 2 is 6. Equals. First, as we already have such a record, let's remember the order. First there was multiplication, next is subtraction, addition. So let's multiply this number. 5 by 3 is 15, and let's subtract 6. You probably already know whether you have solved your task correctly or incorrectly. Anyway, 15 minus 6 is 9, however, if you have problems with such subtraction, you can easily write it down. For example, 15 we can write as 10 plus 5, while minus 6 write as minus 5 minus 1. This is the operation. This is our 15. This is the operation. This is our minus 6. If we look closely, these two 5s reduce, because plus 5 minus 5 is 0, so we can simplify it in our action. And we have to do something even simpler, that is 10 minus 1. So we know that it is 9. This is the correct result. Thanks for watching. I encourage you to stay with me for a moment, because I wanted to share with you a few organizational matters. Anyway, I hope that now it is all clear to you and you will not fall for this type of trap anymore. I will try to leave a few more of these for you in the future, but let me know in comments. If the film was helpful to you, leave a like, sub, and maybe click on the support icon under the film. Take care, and see you in the next material.